Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. For this week's video, you're going to be joining me for the evening and I am going to be answering your questions. So I put up a question box on Instagram and a post on YouTube saying, what did you want to know? Lots have happened in the past couple of months and I wanted to know what information I've left out and what you wanted to know. So you've all been asking away and I am about to answer. So first things first, Jamie is on his way home and I am going to get dinner started. So for tonight, for dinner, we'll just be having salad and some sort of protein. We have the choice between salmon and feta and spinach chicken sausages. Let's go sausages. Time to go and light the barbecue. Right, I'm British, so let's start talking about the weather. What do you think about the current weather situation in Perth? So if you're not in Perth or you're not quite sure what's been going on, it has been the coldest, wettest, longest, everythingest winter, I think, in quite a long time for Perth. And I have really been struggling. There's been a few times where kind of spring and summer have teased us. I think the highest we've got is maybe 28, 29 degrees. But then it's not too long before we have another cold, rainy snap, which I'm actually really struggling with. You know, we're well past the equinox, we're well into spring now, and it's just, I'm still in a jumper. It's still feeling cold. So I'm very much ready for summer and I'm surprised at how kind of bad this winter's been basically. Right, so I'm back inside and I am going to get this salad made. I think we'll go, feta and beetroot this evening. So we'll now get into the most asked question by a long shot, and that is about family planning. Will you be getting a dog? Will you be having a baby? When will you be having a baby? Blah, blah, blah. And I think I'm okay talking about this. Basically, on the dog front, I think Jamie's way more keen for a dog than I am. We both love dogs. That's an understatement. We absolutely adore dogs. We love everything about them except for kind of the commitment. And, you know, we're not 110% settled here yet. And I just can't imagine shipping a dog wherever we might head next. So I think we'd just like to feel a bit more settled before we started talking about a dog. And in terms of children, this may change one day, but as of right now, we just have no desire to have children, to be honest. We just see parents and they don't look particularly happy. There's nothing against, like, obviously if you are a parent, you will say that it's totally worth it and the sacrifices you make, etc. are worth it for your lovely children. We love the children in our life, etc. We're just not sure it's for us. I think we obviously went through a bit of a health situation, both of us, this past year, especially with Jamie's back, which really, you know, he was basically bedbound for months, really made us kind of reevaluate life and everything. So big question mark on the children front. It'll be interesting to see if we change our minds or thoughts. But for now, we are firmly thinking that maybe, especially, I think the answer would be definitely not now. And we'll leave it at that. Definitely not now. Maybe one day, but definitely not now. Right, let's go and put these bad boys on the barbecue. Oh, Jamie's home. Hello.
Hello.
Look who's home. This
Hello.
lighting is far from ideal, but YOLO. So I was just answering the question of our family planning.
Right.
Are we getting a dog? Are we having a baby? Mm-hmm. And without knowing what I said, what would you answer to that question?
I'd say not anytime soon for either of them. If one of them was more likely the other one, more likely a dog. And we'll probably leave it at that.
Okay. Right, so I think just a very practical question about the house sale now. Did you only get a settlement agent when it was time to put an offer in on the house?
Yeah, it was like, I feel like it was...
After that?
Yeah. It was like a bit of a mad rush, wasn't it? It was like, okay, we put an offer in and it's accepted. Okay, we need a settlement agent now. And it was all very like, you need one now, so go get one.
So, when you go to a home open, you will be given, either at the home open or shortly after, you will be given an expression of interest form, which is fairly standardised.
Yep.
And it has how much you're willing to offer. And then you've got kind of tick boxes. Do you want a structural and pest inspection? Are you subject to sale? Are you subject to finance? And then do you have any other conditions of sale?
Yeah.
So fairly short form. You write everything in there and then you send that off to the settlement agent, and that is effectively your offer. And then they have all these expressions of interest and they'll pick the best one, and then they'll let you know that they're planning to accept your expression of interest, at which point you fill out with the estate agent a standardised offer and acceptance agreement, which is a contract, government standard contract. The estate agent can put some terms and conditions in the back, but and you sign that on your own.
Yeah.
I think you can engage a settlement agent before you do that. We didn't.
Yeah.
And we're assured by...
I'm not sure what they would do,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
We were assured by people at work and people that we knew that that was fine.
Yeah.
And it does feel a bit crazy.
Yeah. I think someone at one point said, oh, you can get a solicitor if you want to. Yes, you can do, but I think standard practice is that people just use a settlement agent, and that's all you need. You don't need a solicitor, so people generally don't.
Yeah. But the settlement agent takes you from the offer and acceptance stage, which you've done on your own, and takes you to settlement. So after you've put an offer in. Yeah.
They will ask. I'm fairly certain they asked if straight away. Do you have the offer and acceptance? Okay. Is it accepted?
Yeah.
So until you've got that, I don't think they're really interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Not something we're used to, but it was an interesting learning curve. Have you seen any snakes in Australia so far? Have you seen any snakes?
No, I've not seen a single snake yet.
I saw a couple when I did the Great Ocean Road on a road trip. When I went to Melbourne, I saw two.
Every time I stand on a stick and a stick hits me in the leg, I think about it, because I was once told that if you get bitten by a snake, you may not necessarily know about it, and it might just feel like a stick has hit you in the leg. So every time now, I'm like, snake, but not been bitten yet, not seen one yet.
But we do see videos of them.
Yeah.
Right, I am going to go and check on our sausages. Bon appetit.
Bon apple the teeth.
Our salad tongs broke.
R.I.P. salad tongs.
R.I.P.
Pour one out. Pour one out for the homies.
We'll have to go back to Vietnam to get some more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What are they? Coconut wood.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe there's a reason people don't make salad tongs out of coconut wood.
I think I would blame whoever put them in the dishwasher.
I would say if it can't survive the dishwasher, then maybe it shouldn't be in the house.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, exactly.
Theory of natural selection. Right, next question.
Yeah.
How did you two meet?
At the gym.
Yeah.
We met over 10 years ago. First off, we told everyone we met at the gym. Actually, we met on Tinder. And then we spent a little while long distance. And then we moved in together, and then we got married. Basically.
Yep.
That's the abridged version.
Yeah, so it was, I guess, what was it, 2015? Like the earlier days of dating apps and stuff like that, so I think we were a bit, like, embarrassed to tell. Like, I think everybody was already on the dating apps, but I think for, like, our parents and stuff, it was just a bit of a weird one to be, like... At the time, it was almost felt, like, a bit desperate. But now I'd say everybody meets on dating apps.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we met on Tinder. Jamie slid into my DMs with the message, 1 mile away, where are you? And I was like, well, I'm not going to give you my 3 words, am I? Weirdo. Right, so we've got a lot of questions about plans for summer, plans for Christmas. Are we going anywhere? Are we doing anything? What is on the cards? So, quite a few things actually. So the first thing we've got planned is at the end of November, we are going to Bali, which was supposed to be a surprise trip, that is no longer a surprise trip, which I'm glad about. And yeah, we're looking forward to Bali for a long weekend at the end of November. And then, shortly after that, we have my dad and my stepmum arriving. And then, shortly after that, my sister's coming as well, so we're going to have a lovely family Christmas.
Although, I'm not sure how much... We were here for last Christmas, so we kind of know the scoop. We know what the weather's going to be like, basically really, really hot and almost unbearable. So I'm curious to see if the longer period of time we've been here will make it feel more like Christmas, or if it's still going to feel just like an average Tuesday where it's really hot.
Yeah, I think my issue with it is, like, the last thing I want to be doing, as we're finally gearing up for high summer, is shopping and eating and doing all of the things that you do want to do in the middle of winter. So, we'll see. But that is what summer has in store. And then at the end of that trip, so my dad, stepmum and sister will be here. We're all going to Sydney for a long weekend. Jamie's ducked out of that one. But yeah, we'll be in Sydney for a long weekend, which is very exciting. My sister's never been to Australia, so she felt she couldn't come all this way without seeing the Opera House. So over to Sydney we go. And other than that, I'm just so excited to get back to camping, exploring, just getting back to all of the reasons why we're here, 4-wheel driving, etc. So really looking forward to that. So this is an interesting one. Are you guys really thinking to move back to the UK? And I posted an Instagram reel that I think got a bit misinterpreted. So I said something along the lines of, but the third is, we still miss family and friends. And we're beginning to look at when we might go back to the UK. And what I meant was, we're struggling with when to go back to the UK for our first visit. We just feel like there's obligation to go, but people are coming to visit us, and then I've got family in Canada. So we miss people, we want to see people, but it's just trying to fit it in amongst everything else that we've got going on, which we're struggling with. So no, as of right now, we are not planning to move back to the UK, but we are starting to talk about when our first trip back will be. So another question on a similar vein, how long do you think you'll stay in Australia, and do you think you'll go back to the UK? I think we're very much kind of live in the moment people at the moment, with everything that's happened. I don't think we're looking further than the next few months. So we don't know how long we'll be in Australia, and we don't know if we'll move back to the UK.
No, it would be nice to stay here long enough to get citizenship, but I think after what's happened, like, who knows what's going to happen next week, let alone what happens next year, so yeah, just wait and see. There's no pressure. But
I think overall, we're pretty happy here for now.
Oh yeah.
For the foreseeable future.
Hundo P.
This is an interesting one. Would you consider a meet and greet? And honestly, I've never even considered it. It never even crossed my mind that is something people would be interested in. So if you are interested in a meet and greet, please let us know. Put it in the comments. We love meeting you out and about. It's a great way to we've made our best friends here through social media. So please reach out or let me know if you'd fancy a little group meetup. That could be kind of fun, actually.
How do you organise that? How do you know how many people to plan for? Would you get people to sign up?
This is unlike you.
Well, I mean, what if...
You've gone all logistical.
What if all 5,000 people turn up in King's Park? Then you've basically got a riot.
This is your police brain coming in.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, this one I think is from my friend Heather. Are you planning a trip to Great White North anytime soon? So I am also a Canadian citizen. Spent 10 years of my life in Canada. My sister, my mum and my brother all live in Canada, and some of my closest friends all live in Canada. The problem is Canada is a very, very large country. So my sister's in Vancouver, This friend Heather is in about 12 hours east near Calgary or Edmonton. My mum is in Ontario. So it ties back into the whole going to visit the UK thing, really. It's just so difficult to kill all birds with a single stone.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, before too long we will definitely head back to the Great White North. Right, the next one. Other UK to Australia YouTubers you watched?
Cat.
Mm-hmm. Cat Scully, now Cat Unwin.
Yeah. I think you watched that Johnston Life. Did you watch that? Watch him?
Yeah, that was a bit of a full circle moment.
Yeah.
So we did watch quite a bit of that Johnson Life. And then I was on the channel, did a podcast with Ross a few months ago now.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a lot of fun. Full circle moment. We also focus quite a lot on like the adventure and like big lap side of things. So people like Sarah Keelan Travels and our Australia trip. I think that's what we thought living in Australia was like, that you just kind of got here, bought a Land Cruiser and a caravan and off you went. But turns out that's not what everyone does. So yeah, I think I just found that it was kind of missing. There were a lot of people doing the same for the East Coast, but fewer doing it for Perth. So when I was looking for Perth-specific content, I found it a bit lacking. So that is the void that I have tried to fill this channel.
Yeah.
But let me know who else you watch. I'm always on the lookout for people doing similar stuff. It's always good to, see what other people are up to. So let me know who else you are watching. So we have answered this one before, but it just came up so many times this time that I thought it was worth talking about it again. But it's about making friends.
Yeah.
And quick solo break. Cheers.
Cheers.
I feel like I do a lot of talking, but why don't you talk about making friends? I feel like we've had maybe slightly different experiences, to be honest, in this regard.
Yeah, I guess in the beginning, I kind of assumed that my friends were going to come from work, but it's funny that when your entire work personality changes, then that's kind of got to change tack. I wouldn't say it's definitely not easy to make friends. Like, you'll find that when you go to any new place, that people there have grown up together and they already have their own circles, and it's kind of hard for you to penetrate. So you end up making or having lots more in common with other people who have moved there, and that's why I think you have like expat groups kind of form. Not because those are the people that you want to socialise with, that's just who you can easily strike up a conversation with other people living with friends. And I'm still working on this myself. I wouldn't say that I've solved this problem. But you need to, just engage in your own sort of hobbies or sports or anything that you kind of think would be fun to engage with, or big group activities. Like, that's how you're going to meet like-minded people, is by doing something you're into. Like join the surf lifesaving club, or go to a hobby shop or something, or anything, just to try and find people to hang out with.
Yeah, and I think that's where Jamie and I are very different. I think I get a lot of energy from socialising and being with people. I guess I'm more extroverted, you're more introverted. So when we first got here, I was going to meet-up groups. I was on Bumble BFF. I was using time left to go out for dinners, and making friends was a real priority for me. I'm also just love like striking up a conversation. So we've actually made some new friends recently, because we went to the sauna at Leighton Beach, and we just got chatting with a couple. Same thing though, they're from the UK, they've moved here, so lots in common, lots to chat about. And then the girl ended up coming to my birthday. We're meeting them on Sunday. So just, as I said, that's just doing something that you like doing, like going to the beach, going to the sauna, and then just putting yourself out there, really, which is not easy. It really isn't easy, and it takes time and energy and mental energy and everything. So be kind on yourself if you're looking for friends, but just try and put yourself out there as much as possible and do what you love to do, and the people who love doing that as well will hopefully also be there.
Make a YouTube channel. That help too.
The closest people here, other than people that we knew from Scotland, our closest friends here are people that reached out to us on YouTube and Instagram. So first of all, try making your own channel. like there's more than enough room to go around. I think anyone could do this if they wanted to. And then second of all, if you are following somebody on social media, just reach out, see if they grab a coffee, see if they grab a cup of tea or something.
Yeah.
Probably not grabbing a cup of tea. See if they grab a glass of wine. And yeah.
And moving on from that, social media is great, like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit. Like, there are groups of people doing literally anything. So if you want to go try out surfing, go to a surf class and meet people there. If you want to go paddleboarding, go and do that. Like, there will be a group of people doing something you're interested in.
Yeah, exactly. Right, so a positive one now. What is the favourite place that you have visited in Perth so far?
In Perth or in Western Australia?
Ooh, go Western Australia.
Okay. I'm going to say the Esperance region.
Okay. Yeah, that was very cool.
I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking I want to go back to specifically Twilight Beach.
Yeah.
I feel like at the time we were focused on trying to make sure we saw everything in the Esperance region and tried to make the most of it. But I keep coming back to, I wish we had stayed at Twilight Beach and just sort of hung out, because I keep seeing things on social media and it is pretty magical there. Like,
Yeah.
Lucky Bay is one thing, like, looks very nice, but Twilight Bay seems like a place where people actually go for a swim in the beach and swim in the sea.
I think a standout trip for me was our weekend at Wildwood Eco Retreat. Yeah, that was just such a stunning weekend, glamping in the Margaret River region. We can't wait to go back to the area in December when my parents and my sister are here. But we just absolutely loved that and can't wait to go back in the summer.
And Perth, I think, hidden gem, maybe not hidden gem, I don't know, but underrated, I feel like, because I feel like I didn't really hear of it before we came here until we actually came. This North Fremantle.
Yeah.
I think that's a great spot. Great beach, nice cafe, sauna. Yeah, great. Highly recommend North Fremantle, Leighton Beach area.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but we actually haven't been to Rottnest Island yet. But we're changing that in a few weeks.
We are indeed.
So watch this space as we head to Rottnest Island. Maybe there'll be a new place on our WA top list.
Go to Roddy, mate. Roddy. Hello. Can we go to Roddy?
Right, so that's dinner done. And that is most of the questions done as well.
Nice.
So I think that's given you a little bit of an update as to where we are. No babies on the way, no dog on the way, but lots of fun summer plans coming up, which of course we can't wait to bring you along with us for. So please subscribe if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on what we're getting up to this summer. And yeah, really looking forward to bringing you with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll catch you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.